most pumped I've been for a match. Sometimes I'm nervous. Sometimes, I don't know, I don't maybe want to be in there 100%. I'm physically ready, I'm mentally ready. I feel good.
You got this.
Thanks, bro. Best advice I've ever heard. It's WrestleMania. It's
This is Logan Paul. YouTube sensation, entrepreneur, social media giant, and now pro wrestler. In his short career, he's faced controversy and condemnation.
Do you know what it's like to be the most hated person on the planet? As I do.
Achieved incredible success and riches.
oh, yo, it looks so good at night. Boy just dropped 40K on a presidential Rolex.
All for the cameras to capture and all in pursuit of his goal.
Be the biggest entertainer in the universe. Be the biggest entertainer in the world.
Be the greatest entertainer in the world.
Become the greatest entertainer on the planet.
For 5 months, we get unprecedented access into Logan's world.
MCL pain or just my finger?
Yeah, MCL pain.
In the build-up to one of his biggest stages yet.
Yeah!
To see the private side of a very public person.
The first time in my life, I was having like suicidal thoughts.
We meet those in his inner circle.
I'll say whatever the I want in my house. For all you ass out there don't like to kiss my
Diving deep into Logan's history.
I've consumed a few hundred pages of stories and every consequential video or audio piece that's ever been done.
And explore how at age 27, he's coming to terms with his past.
Look at us. This is fucking therapy.
While still discovering who he is and will be.
Good in here, bro.
I'm Graham Bensinger,
You care about your show, which is why I agreed to do it.
and this is In Depth. We are in Dorado, Puerto Rico, getting ready for the all-important sit-down profile interview day with Logan Paul. He doesn't do a lot of long-form interviews, but he said when he commits to a project, he's all in, and that's been really exciting for us. Hello, we're here for Logan Paul. So, tell about where we are.
It's my house, my Puerto Rican abode. This is like the physical manifestation of all my hard work. Place where I can just come, relax, decompress, and reset for the next round of adventure. This is it, this is my heaven. Let me show you around. So this is Dudley, my prized possession. He is a 66 million year old Triceratops. 66% complete, which is fairly large for any dinosaur skeleton. Someone could be doing research on this. Here I am, some collecting in his house like an ass. Look, I like dinos and Pokemon. Pokemon are just like made up dinosaurs. You'll walk around this house, you will see 10,000 Pokemon relics. This is like one of the most famous Pokemon cards on the planet. BGS 10, first edition Charizard. This is one of 3 in the world. I bought it for $150. This is $1 million card. You should wear this.
I should wear this?
Yeah.
It's a very generous gift.
I wouldn't call it a gift.
I would. That's all that matters. Most you've spent on a single card?
5.2 million.
How about what you spent all in on Pokemon cards?
7. Make no mistake, I'm a nerd. I feel like you're really prepared for this.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
100-page packet ain't no joke.
100-page packet?
Is that that's what you said?
Several 100-page.
I guarantee you know more about me than me.
All right, let's roll cameras.
Can I do the slate? Let me do something. Scene 1, take 1. Slate.
Guys, yeah, solid.
That was amazing.
Nice.
All right, so I want to start actually by talking to you about...
I actually want to start because
Do you?
there's a bit of an issue here.
Okay.
I understand that we both have the same good side. One game.
One game?
One game. And I'll shut the up and we can continue. But if you lose, we are switching sides. Just one game.
All right, fine.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right.
Oh, there we go.
You won?
WWE. In what ways would you say that's kind of the culmination of your life's work?
That's exactly what it is. WWE is like the perfect concoction for everything I've ever done. Like every skill set that I've garnered over my, 18 years of being a dirty little professional media slut has given me some sort of skill that I can portray in the WWE. Like my first video that I ever posted on YouTube was stunts, me doing stunts. That was the beginning of my arc as a creator.
While in 6th grade, Logan created his first YouTube channel alongside younger brother Jake. But for the next 8 years, their goofy videos only garnered a few thousand subscribers. That all changed when the 6-second looping video app called Vine launched in 2013.
That was a close one.
I think it was such a new medium that suited our very rudimentary storytelling and comedy at that point in time better than YouTube.
Today we observe a teenage male appear to be caught in the friend zone. Research shows there's no escape. I've been spotted.
We both got a little taste of virality, and since that day, have just never stopped.
I'm on TV! I'm on TV! I'm famous! I made it, Mom!
I thought it was just me as a mom, like, you think your kid's funny, but apparently they really were. And there's kids, you know, hanging out the car, yelling, there's Jake and Logan Paul.
Hey, Mom, look what I'm doing in college.
Excuse me, man, in the muscle shirt? Did you get any muscles with that shirt?
I'm sitting in these economy classes and business classes and chemistry classes, like doing well, but just not having nearly as much fun. It wasn't as much fun to me. And I made the decision to take the leap, drop out of college with a 4.0. I took academics very seriously and pursue media.
Leaving Ohio University for Los Angeles paid off. Logan made his first $1 million at age 21, and his YouTube channel became the fastest in history to reach 10 million subscribers.
Treat me like God, I'm the one in the sun. I know how to win, cause I've been the one. Yeah, I'm the one, yeah, I'm the one. I've been the one, yeah, I've been the one.
Okay, Graham! Okay, Graham!
Yo, we coming.
If mud's not in your eyes, I don't think you did off-roading right.
You have the glasses on, huh?
Yeah. Damn, Graham! Damn, Graham! This is like a good way to kind of really ground yourself and hit a little bit of a restart button in your life. Just momentarily, but it might help you clear your brain for a sec. I do this before my wrestling matches and my boxing events.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is, the breaths are like this. Big in and big out, but kind of a little fast, like this. Same cadence. It's a big breath. Even more, even more. Like get that bottom part of your lungs and breathe all the way out.
As Vine withered away in late 2016, Logan turned his attention to daily vlogging on YouTube, at one point posting for more than 400 consecutive days.
I think you said 90% of your life you were putting on the internet at that time.
I'm vlogging now. You get to see more of me.
What does that do to a person?
It completely shifts their moral compass and I think personal soundness.
Yo, I'm vlogging. Hey, I'm vlogging. I'm a vlogger.
I was at a point in my life where I was willing to compromise every part of my character if it meant more attention on YouTube. Bro, I thought I was invincible. What's gonna happen to me?
Your then girlfriend gave you some sort of warning.
Yep.
What was that?
She said, your behavior right now is completely inappropriate. If you keep this up, something horrifying and very bad is going to happen to you. You're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. 7 days later, I did.
YouTube star Logan Paul is facing the fallout after posting a video that showed the body of an apparent suicide victim.
I really hate to say this.
I think there's someone hanging right there.
The video in question showed Paul walking with friends in a forest in Japan that is known to be a frequent site of suicides.
It stayed on the site for at least 24 hours and was reportedly viewed more than 6 million times.
Well, you never stand next to a dead guy?
YouTube should say, okay, we've had a guy who's popular among kids mocking suicide, right? You don't get worse than that.
YouTube said yesterday Logan Paul's channels are being removed from its Google Preferred platform. YouTube is also cutting Paul from the series and suspending his original projects.
And you're thinking what at that time?
At that time, I didn't want to be canceled. I just didn't want to get in trouble. Like, I wanted to save face.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
How come every other 22-year-old knew that that was wrong? What the happened in my life where I thought that was okay?
I think he was a egotistical and that put him in check.
He was just so, didn't care about anybody else, really. And you could kind of tell. But, you know, the punishment was way worse than the crime, in my opinion, still to this day.
I can't sit here and rationalize like any of my behavior around that time. It was I don't know how else to put it. It was
It bothers you now even talking about it?
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting, bro.
What about it worked you up?
I just feel bad, dude. I feel bad.
About?
The victim, his family, the kids on YouTube who had to see some like that. It's dude.
You shared the same publicist with The Rock. Tell about the call you got.
Yeah. It was one of the saddest moments of my life. She was like, "Hey, Dwayne wants you to remove every picture and video that you've ever taken with him," and I was disappointed in myself, right? Because I had let my hero down. Like I don't know if there's a worse feeling than that, dude. When I realized, like, okay, holy, I've let everyone down. You know. Like, do you know what it's like to be the most hated person on the planet? Because I do. And that sucks.
I got lumped into it just by association of having the same last name. I got canceled too. I had to rebuild my whole business because of what Logan did. And by the way, Logan, you still haven't ever apologized.
Decisions that I make are going to, by default, affect what happens in his life and vice versa. That's one of the painful things about being related to me.
How did you get out of that period?
I had to rediscover and change who I was because I didn't know how I got there. Like, where do you go when you're at rock bottom? Where do you do? There's no manual for that. So I just started trying. That I thought would make me a better person. I got a girlfriend. I became vegan. I took a break from the internet. I took up boxing.
A month after the Suicide Forest video, fellow YouTuber JJ Olatunji, better known as KSI, challenged Logan to a fight. At a time when he was the internet's biggest villain, Logan jumped at the chance to reinvent his public image.
You said one of the best decisions of your life was deciding to fight KSI.
Yeah.
Why?
KSI gave me a forum to begin my redemption arc. I had to fight my way back, literally. I made this deplorable mistake, but give me 1 second to refresh myself. Maybe open your mind a little bit and allow me to potentially be back into your life.
Whether people were rooting to see Logan fail or succeed, he once again commanded an audience. The exhibition generated roughly $11 million in revenue and led to a rematch. Then, seeing the demand, the sport's biggest star, Floyd Mayweather Jr., came calling.
That fight is going to be one of the most ridiculous things ever.
I don't think someone like that should be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather. It should be a privilege.
I knew that if I could weather 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, you'd have to respect me. You know, like, you might not like me, but you have to respect me.
Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul go the distance.
In the locker room after that fight, you got really emotional.
Super.
I can't fathom what just happened. By far, the most significant, special moment of my life.
What was it about that?
I think the juxtaposition that existed in my head from where I was post-Japan to where I was post-Mayweather was too hard for me to comprehend emotionally. Somehow I felt personally like I had done enough course correction and had worked my ass off, both physically and emotionally in a personal way, that I just achieved something I had wanted to my whole life, you know? That night I felt like I was one of the biggest entertainers on the planet.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, bro. Hey! You did it, bro.
Like Logan, Jake also made the leap into boxing, winning his first 6 professional fights.
He really is getting good at boxing. He's getting good.
What do you think would actually happen if you and Jake boxed? Because a family does not want that, right?
No, my parents don't want us to box, and obviously not, but I'd win.
Graham asked me, as I always get asked, who would win in a boxing match? And I'll be honest with you, I said me. But like, after seeing some of this bro, I'm not sure it's me anymore. You're really good.
Thanks, man.
Holy
Thank you, bro.
Holy I'm gonna beat you, bro.
You're contradicting yourself. I would win very easily. So if he's okay with getting beat up by his little brother to make money, then I'm down. Let's do it.
You think that'll happen at some point?
Sure. Why not? Like,
I mean, your mom.
do we want our kids to have
doesn't like
Bugattis
that.
or Toyota Corollas?
What role does Jake play in your life?
He's the yin to my yang. He's the antithesis of me and yet the same thing as me. Like when I have no one to talk to because of an unrelatable problem that only someone in my position would understand, I call Jake.
How cool is it that each of you guys are in a profession where you're able to, in some ways, work together?
Coolest thing in the world.
It's so much fun. I came into the gym today and seen this picture. He just put that up, and I was like, this is just unreal. Like, that was my motivation for the day, is just seeing this picture. We just uplift each other, and this is my best friend.
All right, carry on, bro.
Let's go.
All right, so what's the plan for rehab today?
Just continue rehab on the knee.
Hold that as you straighten your knee off the table. MCL pain or just my pain?
Yeah, MCL pain. Recovery's been going great. Going from a grade 3, almost fully torn MCL to now jump roping and jogging in just 4 weeks.
Wow.
I'm flying through this, Graham.
Let me in a little slower than that. Pull me up. Pull, pull, pull. Come on. That's it. Hold it there.
Sorry, I'm trying to come up with a title for Impulsive right now, for the episode going out in 11 minutes.
Logan's podcast Impaulsive draws millions of listeners every week. Along with boxing, it's another vertical of his expanding business.
You want to have like personal growth in your ability to converse, in your ability to listen, in your ability to understand humans, in your ability to read a room. This is a great space to do it.
You said something to the effect of, without the podcast, you don't think Logan would be who he is today.
He was known as this kind of douchey character. And when he created the show, it gave people an hour-plus uncut look at what this kid is capable of and where his brain goes. You know, and I think that it was able to help him build his brand into something that lived outside of YouTube and gave him runway in multiple different directions.
Most of the stuff that I've accomplished thus far has been on the internet, which is cool, but my goal has always been to transcend that. Seeing the effect you have on the world, I think, is much more exciting to me than any of the YouTube content that I've made thus far.
Really?
I think so. It's like a respect thing. Like, there's a certain stigma that comes with being an internet kid.
How much of that do you think, though, is in your head in terms of the respect thing or the stigma, etc.?
Truthfully, I don't know. I'm confused as to what people think of me. I think it's so jumbled.
One thing that is clear is the success of his beverage company, Prime Hydration.
Let's go!
Co-founded by boxing rival KSI, Prime sent customers into a frenzy and turned schools into resale markets after it launched in January 2022. Within 13 months, it became the official global sports drink of the UFC, and its year one retail sales totaled $250 million. For context, that equals year 8 sales of body armor when Coca-Cola first invested and later acquired it for a total of about $6 billion.
Your long-term goal with Prime's what?
It'd be nice if it sold for $5 billion.
He's just always pushed the boundaries. It's always been, what am I doing next? Sometimes I'm like, hey, slow down. We gotta like think about some stuff, but like, he always wants to go.
Told you I'm impatient.
Go.
I'm impatient, which is good for certain things, but other times I need to be reeled in. And it's also where a lot of my mistakes come from. I just move too f***ing quick.
Like,
bro, my podcast is called Impulsive for a reason.
This probably looks so stupid.
In real life, it looks mad stupid. Yeah. But the final result is great.
How's it going so far?
Great, actually. I'm kind of catching my vibe. It takes me a little bit to get into it, but like, I'm having fun.
Catching your vibe means what for this?
Are you a dad yet?
No.
You can be a great dad, man.
You.
Catching your vibe means what? Sorry, I'm having fun. Catching my vibe is like I'm in a rhythm that is conducive to my environment. Hold for plane.
Welcome aboard Flight 264.
Welcome to snowy Westlake, Ohio. This is where I grew up.
You miss this place at all?
Not at all.
Not at all?
No, zero. Love coming back. Really great place to grow up.
Yeah.
But I have felt like it was a box for me. And I just was like banging to get out. I would look around and I'd want to just do such big things in the world. And this was not the place to make that happen, I felt.
All right, so we're headed to Westlake High School.
Yeah, this is where I went to high school. Go Demons, dude.
So what comes to mind when you come back here?
One thing I felt like my high school did well was make me feel like I could be something. I never felt restricted by like the people here.
What do you think it taught you?
That being unique is such a good thing. Feeling different, although in high school you feel kind of alienated, is actually such a blessing. Like, everyone's the same, bro. Humans are like cookie cutter versions of the next person. And I just like never wanted to be like that.
You see that guy?
Yeah, look at that guy. What a dweeb. What a dweeb.
So tell me about 2013 wrestling.
I didn't wrestle my whole life like a lot of the really good wrestlers, but I picked it up pretty fast, had a good physique, obviously worked hard as I made it to the state championships and I placed 5th in the state of Ohio, Division I.
Logan was also a star on the Westlake football team, more evidence of how his athletic prowess would eventually translate to a much grander stage. But Logan Paul the athlete is just one piece of the puzzle. To learn more about Logan Paul the person, we traced the social media star's roots back even further.
Oh, there's your dad.
What's up, you big galoot? Yeah, Dad, I'm gonna have him back up here so that truck can get all the way to the garage. Look at him. You stay right there, goofball. Don't f***ing move. He's such a problem, bro.
What kind of problems would he create for you?
Bro, he's a liability. You'll see today, bro. He just doesn't get it. He doesn't understand like normalcy and how to be cordial and respectful.
They don't know what they're doing. Get out of my way. Keep going.
Why don't you just let them do their job?
No, they're doing a job.
How? They're backing up a car.
Dude, don't give me any okay? I've done this a million times. I know.
Don't they? Who gives a
Huh?
Who gives a They're just backing up a car.
I'll say whatever the I want in my house. And guess what? For all you assholes out there that don't like it, kiss my
Hey, Graham. You gotta see this, bro.
Okay.
This is Pete Greg Paul.
That's my 80-pound chow. And he got hit by a car, was killed instantly. And we weren't really ready to say goodbye, so we got him freeze-dried in a sleeping position. And here's the thing. If I were making the kind of money these guys are making, I would be considered eccentric.
Many areas around Greg Paul's home are unchanged since Logan and Jake's childhood.
You guys didn't often have bedroom doors growing up.
If we acted up, Greg would take our doors off.
Damn, I forgot about that.
The two boys split time between here and their mom Pam's house, located just a few miles away, as both parents tried to maintain a steady presence in the kids' lives after getting divorced when Logan was 7 years old.
I just don't see how my mom and my dad ever meshed energetically. Like, that marriage, in my eyes, was destined for failure the moment they got engaged.
There was no amount of tail that would ever pull me away from these guys. I had multiple women fall in love with me and wanted me to pull me away and be first, and I'd always be like, no, you're not being first. It's not gonna happen. My boys are first, and it's not negotiable. When a mom or dad has a kid and that's not all they wanna be, I don't even understand that.
I found it truthfully kind of surprising and heartwarming that when I talked to you about being a father, that to me seemed like the one thing in life that you know you wanted to do. Like, that was a mission of yours and you were excited to be a dad.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you raised us so intensely and so harshly. At times, I didn't feel like that was your prerogative. I didn't know it was coming from a place of love because it didn't feel like that at all times. But to you, the idea of being a father was everything.
Very exciting, Logan's first day of school.
What do you think you learned from him about work ethic?
Everything. I attribute almost all of my success to my dad.
Why?
You can do anything with hard work. We'd be 10 years old working 12, 14-hour days renovating a house that my dad was working on for no pay. Scraping gunk out of corners like 4 inches thick. I don't even know what this it is. And like, he put us through the ringer. Then all of a sudden, I'm 14 years old and I'm wrestling, and my ability to endure the 2-hour workout is much greater than everyone else's. I was working that hard on something I didn't love. So when I found something that I loved, no way anyone's gonna stop me. So, I mean, this was probably the biggest blessing of our childhood, just the space we had to be kids and to be imaginative. The house is like 2 acres of property, but we back up to the metro parks, which is just endless amounts of wood. So we go exploring in there.
Like hundreds of acres.
Oh, that's so cool.
We built like forts back there and all types of things.
This is where the trampoline was, both of them. And we would jump from that treehouse, which is now collapsing, onto the trampoline. Which is why, truthfully, I feel so comfortable flying in the WWE, bro. I've been jumping off my entire life.
Now, Logan, you see, he's a wrestler and he's undefeated. Watch this.
My dad would lock us out of the house and say, go play your kids, go have fun outside. I think it's where my creativity comes from. Like, we had to make fun. Then when I got older, I was able to like reroute that creative energy into media. My dad would joke. He'd say, you know, when you guys get older, you're gonna be rich and famous, and you're gonna buy me a plot of land and I'll be the groundskeeper. I don't know what he meant. Then all of a sudden, I bought this ranch in California, and I was able to make our childhood dream come true. Probably one of my proudest things. Having my dad work for me at my ranch kind of salvaged our relationship.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, how so?
I have not always been the most communicative with either of my parents, but now he does a dialogue that has to occur and have a reason to communicate with his son.
Logan said a couple years ago that he doesn't take any of my advice because he's done more in life than me, and he's made more money than me, and that there's nothing I can teach him. And I said, Logan, you saying that makes you so stupid, it's unbelievable. You're actually getting in your own way. Maybe just go, hey, maybe Pops does have something to say.
Your mom said, and this was, I mean, when she was telling me it, I thought it was kind of brutal. She said, you know, you haven't been home for the holidays in at least a couple of years. You didn't get her a Christmas present last year, and you aren't one to do something unless you have a motive, like a vlog, she said.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, I can't lie, that's been true. I haven't always prioritize family first, or second, or even third.
We're all just pushing him to understand you need to make the people in your life who have contributed to you feel felt and appreciated. Because one day you're gonna get a call that you weren't expecting to get, that someone that means a lot to isn't here anymore. And you made a YouTube video about filling your pool with Orbeez instead of being with that person who shaped your life.
When I moved out to Hollywood, I was on a mission that I was sure as hell I was gonna complete, and no one was gonna get in my way. I was gonna do what I set out to do, and that was become the greatest entertainer on the planet. And in that, I think I lost sight of what was actually important in life.
So hopefully he'll come around, but he's definitely getting better. It's just, it's going slower than I'd like to see.
We're doing therapy.
Are we doing
This
therapy?
is therapy, yes. Look at us. This is therapy. Priorities shift depending on where people are at in their lives. I notice mine shifting. Family is making its way up the ladder. I have a gift for you, Jake.
I feel like it's a toy of some sort.
Wait, when I went
Bro.
like that, I almost said it feels like a penis.
Mom, put it down, Mom.
Penis.
Mom, put it down, Mom. Jesus Christ. You're on television. No, stop, Mother. You're gonna regret it when you're sober.
The 2022 holiday season was the first as a couple for Logan and his girlfriend, Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Nina Agdal. The two started dating in June after meeting at an event in New York City.
Has a PDA been this way since day one?
When we were first dating, Graham, no. She'd try to kiss me in public, and I'd be like, you know, like keep it light. And then all of a sudden, I started kissing her a little more in public, and now, you know, we're tongue twisting in a Bugatti Beppo.
We've never seen Logan like this. This is great. Really always happy and content. And just really, you're real sweet. You know, even me, you come up and you touch me more and stuff. And
She's serving me into a softie.
yeah, that's it.
Essentially, what we did this week was like hometowns.
Yeah,
Like, you know, on The Bachelor, when they do
yeah.
hometowns? I went to Denmark, and then we flew here, and now she's doing my hometown.
So how do you do?
How do you do?
Yeah.
Great.
I didn't get to meet her dad.
No?
That was the big.
Why not?
I had a bit of a mental breakdown one night, and I was in a pretty dark spot.
And dark means what for you?
For the first time in my life, I was having like suicidal thoughts. I was spiraling, Graham. I'm just crying, just sobbing.
I've myself dealt with a lot of mental health issues, so I've definitely been in the same position, if not even worse. And like, I was just there to support him, to remind him that like, this is gonna pass, and we're gonna be okay, and whatever it is, we're gonna figure it out.
I felt weak, which is like uncommon for me. I'm supposed to be like the leader.
But you're human.
I know. At the end of the day, yes, I
You're
am.
made out of the same thing.
I know, but I feel like I have a responsibility to like, be tough.
How did you get through it?
We took a moment to breathe. That didn't work.
Yeah.
Then I had some anti-anxiety and panic disorder medication, which, you know, eventually returned to.
I mean, I guess that's the answer, bro. I took her anti-anxiety medication.
But I mean, I knew we were gonna get through it. It was just,
Did you?
I did. Yeah, it's a matter of, I just needed you to sleep.
I couldn't sleep
Yeah,
though.
it was
That
like
was the
number
issue.
one.
Everyone's like, yo, you have to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. And still right now I'm having trouble sleeping. I sleep like 2 hours a night right now.
House caught on fire, guys.
This is horrible. Christmas is ruined.
Earlier that day, Logan peeled back on the cause of those restless nights.
I think my manager, Jeff, of 8 years, and who I consider like family, essentially, like friend, may have worked together with
the con man that we hired for a project and stole a couple $1 million from our fans. I cried last night, bro.
Did you?
Because it's not just a business betrayal. I love this man.
The project is CryptoZoo, a game conceived by Logan in early 2021 where people could hatch and breed hybrid NFT animals. Excited players poured in their money, but the game never worked upon launch. That led to an investigation from popular YouTuber CoffeeZilla, who had just released a series of videos calling CryptoZoo a scam.
Blockchain evidence shows $7.7 million was stolen by Logan's team, depending on who you believe.
I'm watching these videos because I don't know what happened with CryptoZoo. I was kept behind the scenes the whole time while Jeff was like figuring out with the team. I know me. I'm not a scammer. I would never scam anyone. I don't have to, and then also B, like, I'm hyper cognizant that I'm only in the position that I'm in because of my fans. I made this game with the purest of intentions, but the people that we put in place to create it, this guy named Eddie and an advisor we had named Jake, both turned out to be lying scumbags. Both of those people were put in those positions by Jeff.
And you thought about parting ways with them amid the Japan video stuff and decided
do you know about that?
Stick with them. Yeah.
So multiple times, I almost dropped Jeff.
Now he's confronting him once again in a time of crisis.
You told me I couldn't say anything because Eddie was being investigated by the FBI and that was confidential information. It's all over the internet. I've been let on for a year, bro. I've also asked you to audit the contract for the game and see where the money went so many times, and that never happened either. Do you see how this looks?
I see how it looks.
What did you do?
Tried to help to get the project done. That's all I did.
I think there's a piece of information being left out.
Okay. Well, there's no information that I'm not telling you.
Okay. I'll call you later, peace. Maybe he's not a criminal. I want to believe him so bad. He sounds genuine to me.
Christmas Eve in Cleveland. Short while into us getting there, he's like, I think Jeff stole $2 million. Then by the end of the day, he's like, everything's fine, Jeff and I are good. I'm curious your thoughts on how he processes just something negative.
He's fast in what he does, right? For the good and the bad. It's almost binary. It's, he'll dive into one side or the other, and 95% of the time it's full positivity, energy, life. So it's tough when it goes full dive into the other 5%.
How do you handle it?
The truth is the truth. The truth will always come out. So I'm not hiding, and it's easy to be able to speak when it's truth.
Logan can sometimes fall victim to outsiders in his ear. It's one of his unfortunate traits. He'll get a sniff of something and he'll run with it. He never even explained to me like where he got that intel or like where in his brain that came from. But he called me and told me, and I was like, I don't think that's true, man.
After a class action lawsuit was filed against Logan, Jeff, and the CryptoZoo team, a private jet ride back to Puerto Rico gave us a quiet moment to talk further.
The CryptoZoo saga is far from over because it was a one-sided story. He told it how he wanted to tell it. And told it a certain way that made me look like the captain of this ship.
He doesn't seem to see anything wrong with advertising a game that will make you money, it never delivering, millions of dollars being stolen by criminals he hired. And then when all of those people want their money back, he feels like he's the scapegoat.
Because his argument was, you're Logan Paul, and because of the exposure that you brought, this venture led people to lose money.
Everything you just said has an element of truth to it. Here's the problem. What you just described isn't a scam. I took on a project that I was simply incapable of handling at the time. By the time this comes out, it'll be done. The game's gonna be made. You're gonna have the opportunity to get your money back if you want, and I'm gonna take care of the people who made me look like this was a scam perpetrated by me. I didn't make any money, bro. I've lost $500,000 on this. Where's the scam?
These internet journalists, internet investigative reporters have way too much responsibility on their hands that is being mismanaged and wielded in a really inappropriate way.
His argument would probably be the same goes for you too.
Of course. He's right.
What responsibility do you feel for what happened?
I put way too much trust in bad people to run a project that I really cared about. That's where I up.
How's the relationship with Jeff?
Fine. We'll see how he fares when all this is said and done. I'm not sure if it'll be positive.
There have been points where you've talked about parting ways before. Why do you think the relationship has been able to continue for so long?
I think he realizes that I truthfully care about him. There's not many people in the world that truthfully care about you.
Jeff has been very instrumental in teaching him to pump the brakes. He has been a dummy a number of times, but he is a very good person. And Logan especially requires perfection. And it's very hard to live up to.
I mean, I love Jeff, but there were definitely errors and mishaps that happened. I think as a result of his actions and for mine. But we'll see. I don't know.
And Cleveland, I mean, you dropped some heavy on us. What are your reflections on that period now, looking back?
I'm so blessed that I have Nina in my life. This girl got thrown into one of the most convoluted, fast-paced, otherworldly lifestyles that she is unfamiliar with, and she's there by my side all the time.
Watch my knees!
I think I'm a difficult person to be with. Nina would tell you the opposite, because she thinks I'm incredibly easy to be with, but I think that's probably why I'm with her.
And what do you think caused you guys to hit it off?
We're kind of the same person. She makes sense to me. Like, I can understand her. I find myself very lucky to be with her. And I don't know if I've really felt like that before. I had this, I told you, this like version of a little boy, your son, just running around with like hair down
Would it be
here.
our son or would it just be my son?
It would be your
Just
son.
I made him myself.
By yourself.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it would be our son. Our son. I got this from Etsy. I had it embossed, custom Why I Love You. And then I printed a bunch of Polaroids that are just memories of her and I. And I'm gonna put a reason why I love her underneath each one. Oh, it's already ruined. Oh, I ruined it. Oh, this is gonna take forever. If I don't marry this girl, I'm gonna look so stupid.
How many of these do you have?
60.
Oh my god, the next few weekends are gonna be insane. Got my birthday. Then you fly to LA.
Yeah.
Then you have your birthday and WrestleMania.
Age 27 for Logan ends in Los Angeles. It's fitting that the hub of the entertainment industry plays host to the 2023 edition of WWE's marquee event, and the man aspiring to be the world's biggest entertainer.
This is one of the two biggest matches of your career so far?
Yeah. I try not to just think about it. I try to just be super present. Anticipating it too much can be incredibly draining, so I'm not gonna do that.
Is the whole family gonna be there?
Dude, whole family, nearly all my friends. We got like 70 people coming. Bro, get a crash pad and get your ass in here.
I'm a Forex splash you.
Just brace for impact. This is practice for me too.
Great.
I haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. You did kind of nail me in the nuts. I don't think I fully appreciated what you were doing because I didn't know what the move was until you're like in the air coming down on me and I'm like, oh sh**.
You wanna see the move tomorrow I have to?
Yeah, sure.
I got a land that I'm nervous about.
That was good.
Well, yeah, in the match you don't have that, obviously, so I can understand how that.
So that was the one thing I learned when I came into WWE. When the mat wasn't bouncy, like I thought, I said, "Hey guys, where are the bouncy mats like on TV?" They said there are no bouncy mats like on TV. It's hardcore, plywood. So in real life, a fall like that and all of these bumps like hurt pretty bad. But man, when there's 80,000 people watching, they hurt much less.
Hey!
How are you? Nice to meet you. So what are you guys talking about right now?
I think you just came for the thing, yeah?
Came to see you fly?
To see When I did WrestleMania last year, I said, hey, can I zip line in? They said, kid, calm down. Why don't you get a match first? So this year I asked again.
3, 2, 1.
I can't imagine what that'll be like with 60,000 people looking at you.
Right. More than that.
That's insane.
How did it feel?
So good, so good, smooth.
Check out the video of the Trunks, please. My trials and dreams are coming true.
Did you hear that when Triple H first heard that you were interested in the WWE that he left?
Yeah, he told me to my face. I'm sure he thought there's no way this internet kid can hang with the toughness and very complex nature of this sport.
There's so many people that we get that come in and go, yeah, man, I'd love to do that. It sounds very simple until you actually get to go do it. And then, you know, once we got into it and I saw him, saw what he could do, but also saw his dedication to doing it, right? That's a game changer to me. He earned my respect right out the chute with it.
I think I'm much more capable than people think. I work my ass off and I can endure a lot.
You underestimated wrestling's difficulty.
Yeah.
How so?
It is the hardest thing I've ever done. I've just never had to think about using so many skills at once. Storytelling, physicality, toughness, memorization, sheer capability.
What conversations have the two of you had with regards to character stuff?
Just being who you are, finding that thing that you're amplifying.
His real personality is what makes him the influencer and the celebrity that he is, right? Like, it's just him. Maybe he does some on the internet that's a bit more than he would do in his personal life, I don't know. But it's sort of an amplified version of yourself. This is the same in some level. And if you're not authentic with them, if you're putting on a front for them, they don't buy it. And when you let them in emotionally now, they can care for you. Whether it's hate you, love you, whatever that is, if it's real to them, it's real.
How are you, partner?
Very good. How you doing?
Thanks, bro. Best birthday gift ever.
It's your birthday.
April 1st, yeah.
No
My cosmic joke.
So what do you think of Logan?
I wish we found him years ago.
Really?
I think this would be his calling. I'm glad he's found us because he fits perfectly in what we do.
All right, so, John Cena. He's pretty great.
Dig it!
How are your guys' nerves for an event like
I'm not
tonight?
really nervous. I hope he hits all of his big parts without needing that neck brace they brought in.
I'm nervous the entire time. Like, my number one thing is, like, don't get injured. So it's the last thing I say to him. I'm like, tuck your chin, remember all the safety protocols. Like, for me, it's scary.
I'm really just here to watch the fans argue with each other.
And boo.
Yeah, and boo and get mad because to me that's more fun.
I gotta go. I'm up next.
Let's go!
Look like a cartoon character.
No, it's exciting watching the emotion. What's going through your mind?
I'm excited. I'm probably the most pumped I've been for a match. Sometimes I'm nervous. Sometimes, I don't know, I don't maybe want to be in there 100%. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm physically ready. I'm mentally ready. I feel good.
You got this.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Hey, hopefully I win, right?
advice I've ever heard. It's WrestleMania. Don't suck.
Consider yourself a role model?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do now. Have I wanted to be one? Always no. It was after Japan that I realized that whether I liked it or not, I was a role model. Because like it's undeniable that children and young people are watching my stuff and are going to look to me as some sort of example. Do you think at any point in my career I stood on a pedestal and said, "Do as I do"? No, dog. I was like, I am discovering everything with you in real time for the entire world to watch and judge. And only this year that I finally realized who the I am.
Why this year?
I stopped living for everyone else. And in that, I found out so much about myself and about what I love and what makes me happy and how I feel fulfilled.
For 5 months, we've had a front row seat to the life of Logan Paul. It's not surprising that the once goofy kid with a camcorder and boundless energy found his calling as an entertainer. But the journey he took to get there is. We saw how Logan's non-stop pace can cause its share of problems, as well as the longing to find peace. We also found a decent, generously accessible, bona fide star. While his redemption arc has, at times, been challenged, what is clear from our time together is Logan Paul is only just getting started as he enters his prime.
Can't stop me now! I feel like I'm about to catch my stride. Young adult, made a lot of mistakes, learned from them, made a lot of good decisions, and kind of have an idea of what I'm capable of doing. I can sit here today pretty comfortable with myself and say that I love myself. I haven't always been able to say that. I think I'm doing a lot of stuff that may prove to be pretty significant in years to come. I'm warming up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I'm not participating because I know you don't like it, all right? I'm not in on it. Happy birthday, dear Logan. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Way to celebrate a birthday. Yeah. And a great way to end your documentary.
That is true.
Love you, Graham. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I got you.